One of the most desirable words in the English language begins with S, but has 6 letters: simple. Politicians are urged to KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And with good reason. Humans are not endowed with the prodigious information processing capacity of a computer. Far from it. Keywords or images chosen to attract our attention in the first place must be followed by even more powerful data to hold us and make us want more. And the challenge is even greater if the objective is to inform rather than merely entertain. And to convert our attention into action is the biggest challenge of all. So when we hear words like simplified, we're at once attracted and sceptical, especially in pensions where simplification, 2004 Finance Act style, rapidly became complification instead. And we know why this happened. We might argue whether it needed to happen, but fundamentally it resulted from the Treasury's desire to maximise the amount of taxable income in the economy on the one hand, and the political necessity to recognise the inalienability of accrued property rights on the other. We were not, on the 6th of April 2006, starting with a blank slate. Far from it, unfortunately. In principle, the concept of a pension is simple. A portion of today's income is saved and invested for a return which exceeds the cost of looking after it and inflation, so that it lasts longer when it's withdrawn in later life. The incentives for pension saving, as I mentioned in my last vlog, is that we don't have to pay tax on the money we invest until we take it out, and then only on 3/4 of it. There is no tax on the investment income accrued while it's growing in the pension scheme, and there's the possibility that we'll be in a lower tax band in retirement, reducing our tax further. Plus, if you've been auto-enrolled, there's money going in from your employer too. Treasury politicians don't like this very much, because it's a mechanism for deferring tax, and second, because the amount of tax extracted in the end might be less than what it could have been in the first place. That's why the concept of the ISA, in all its variations, is more appealing, and not only to the Treasury. It's much simpler to understand. You put your hand in your pocket and stash some of it away in an ISA where it can be invested for growth. You can get your money out whenever you want, and it's tax-free on withdrawal. The Lifetime ISA, or LISA, introduced last year, in some ways is a kind of hybrid between an ISA and a pension, though inevitably burdened with terms and conditions which render it less intuitively appealing. And like all its ISA stablemates, it suffers by comparison with pensions from the absence of employer contributions. So what can be done to make pensions simple, or at least simpler than they seem to be at the moment, so that more take up this beneficial arrangement for their futures? We could give pensions 2 kisses, perhaps. First, legislate for a new kind of pension with auto-enrolment, one where saving is as simple as in a bank account, but to which employer contributions are added. Employee contributions are paid from taxed income. Investment income is not taxed. Money can be withdrawn on demand, but the carrot is a 25% government bonus on withdrawal after age 60. I say 60 and not 55 because I believe the normal minimum pension age will be raised sooner or later. This would be a crucial test of the British people's retained capacity for deferred gratification. The other key step is to realise the Holy Grail, i.e. the pensions dashboard. This is really not so unattainable. We've already seen proof of concept. The basic technology is proven. Now we're waiting for the DWP to publish its feasibility study. The challenge laid down by the House of Commons Work and Pensions Committee to have a single dashboard showing state pension entitlement, all money purchase pensions, and 80% of defined benefits by next April sounds impossible, particularly that last bit, DB pensions. But think how much simpler it will be to plan ahead if in one place we can see all our pension benefits built up to date. The Pensions Minister says he's all for it, but has he got the political clout to deliver it? It's a tall order for the same government department which is responsible for delivering, or not delivering, universal credit. Not to mention the appalling record of large-scale government IT projects in general. It'll take more than the kiss of life to make pensions really simple. But if we can maintain the sort of momentum the England football team has generated, surely it's not impossible.